Very interesting to try to find an equivalent kind of power level for Ashe, Tahm Kench, Varus, Braum. They're both very, very similar lanes. Unlike Lucian Braum versus Ashe, Tahm Kench, where the range advantage means you beat Lucian Braum more than... But the playstyle, at least, is up for change in game number 3. We know ES Shark's bread and butter is comps more like this, the greedy scaling. Your hair stays intact. It's looking magnificent today, Valdez. So good news on that. Akali, Lucian, much more firepower for ES Sharks. So maybe we don't just have a 20-minute phase where JinAir has so much control, but not really certainty into what to do.
Game 3, let's hop into it now, see what happens.
Griffin style grouped lane gang. Now Siege is definitely going to go too hard on this. You'd have to assume it's Siege.
Oh, they're going for light here. Nice flash.
Beautiful.
Gonna right get on top of him. And they separated the Tahm Kench first. It was on cooldown anyway, so real
here in this particular series was the Ezreal game number 1. Back-to-back Varus. Again, the start here, Devour's down. And remember, forever cooldown, right? 26-second cooldown. I imagine not available at the start of this play.
It's not.
Would have been available soon. Try to sign in. Oh, the flash is so good. Every time I try to EQ flash, I lose here. Catch is pretty well aware of what's happening.
Trace is going to land another chain. Trying to block there with the clone, but actually fails. That was his real self. And, well, Kuzan says, thank you very much. I'll take the kill.
Up to the Lucian Black Cleaver. So that's why he feels like if he hits this perfectly, he has burst range. He hits the chain. But you're right. Didn't have the clone tanking. If the clone tanks there, another couple of autos, kill comes in. Let's listen in. Kuzan's feeling it.
I got him, and steals the blue again. It's okay, we're going on in for the knockup, but there is that Devour. Do they have the damage for Cougar immediately? Oh, Light steps up again and nearly dies for it. Oh boy, not what he was looking for. Had to flash real quick
and
out of that one.
And when you scrim Ashe, Tahm Kench, you always respawn timer. It's about 40 seconds away. Top side, Cinderon's in trouble.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble here too. The flash comes in, not even close. As Jisoo this time is not gonna miss.
Yes.
Grace, that's a lot of bunched up members for some very nice distortions. Look at that perfect TP ward. Culling does come out, but the double knockup from Z's. The cask is good, but it goes to Kennen. They're trying to target down the top. Kench with the perfect stopwatch is going to keep him alive. And Jisoo goes down, but it doesn't matter because Kuzan is in the front line. He's going to be tanking everything up. They're going to easily be able to win this one. The dash forward, the triple kill for Kuzan's Lucian.
It was all set up, but the Kennen gets so little bites.
But everything goes wrong. Let's take another look.
You pause the VOD review here, and you're like, yep, that's what a one-team fight looks like for a Kennen. But Kennen awkwardly has to flash. The terrain is in a weird spot. Kuzan gets out. Gugu doesn't die. And 3 people actually just take down Kennen where he stands. No threat onto double buff Kuzan, if you don't mind. And JinAir, close to a wipe, but instead they're going to be wiping their brows because the sweat is going to be getting to JinAir. It's about ESS looking for kills on Grace.
Oh, not again. This time he flashes into it. As Gragas alone is going to kill that on top of that long stun. Oh.
When it's from that far away, you have time to say Grace before his inevitable doom. Gragas gets the connection. It's
that have
side selection.
Side selection.
Yep.
They can just go blue, and then it's like, you have to ban Ryan. I'm going to hold that thought. Here we go. Nice knockup, actually. They're all bunched up, and Light's going to go down immediately, but they can't quite get Kuzan. I'm going to hold that point, though, because Root is an assassin. Jisoo trying to get on in, but they see him, and the stuns nearly going to tick him down. Can he get away? Yes, he will, but great engage from the side of JinAir against a bunched up Sharks.
So watching the mid, okay, so just to negate damage, Light uses the Devour or calls in the cooldown, and then suddenly they just get blown up. They know that their Akali's on the flank, but it feels like a disconnect or a lack of full information, and suddenly it looks so much less clean for ES Sharks.
Thankfully, Jisoo got away too.
Coach Han, hyped to see the early kills. They don't. really is only a cast and then he waits for cooldowns, so you might as well go burst build or not him at all. Mid lane.
Okay, we're looking for another engage. Catches to both of them. This time the Devourer is on point and sees is taking way too much damage. That's not the engage we saw the last time. That's not one I want to see again.
They didn't have any tools down and he just made the engage anyway and it looked desperate. It's definitely, in hindsight, was a desperate engage. It all shared. Super high roll, like you mentioned, and it plays into two teams full of damage, and thus both thinking they can pull the trigger. But we are in onto Lucian with Summoners up and Devourers off cooldown as far as we can tell, given that Google used it, 3-4 seconds after we started this clip. That's not, it seems unlikely to do, but this Hawk shot is quite slow.
Oh, this might be late. Look at Catch. It doesn't look like he's going to be in range. LeBlanc is going to get it in the pit of all people. As down it goes. What a play by JinAir to totally... That would be a joy and a wonder in itself. But this time around, doesn't look like that double distortion should get him to safety. See you later. Grace, you went a little bit too far this time with zero vision.
JinAir trying to bring the minion wave up. They still have Baron, remember. These minions move faster than ESS can respond to, and you got a kill. Nice kill, mate. We got mid lane inhibitor turret as a response.
Question is, can Jisoo force them into a fight?
They're gonna try.
Hey, arrow comes down, and oh man, where'd he go? Way too fast on that dead Z's here with the stone plate. He's gonna survive on the far the gate as well, but here comes Kennen from behind. Doesn't matter that Jarvan did go down the Varus and Linderong. They're still doing enough damage, and another guy goes down, and the push will continue.
And they already got the inhibitor turret as Baron buff expires. They're gonna push in. Caught us all off guard. Watch this as Jisoo comes in on the fight. They're thinking, okay, they walked up too far, let's punish them. Instant cleanse, and then just blowing up Jisoo so fast. Well played by JinAir. That felt more like the second stage game for Jisoo on the Akali because he overrates his mage tank play. And then Linderong says, hello, I'm Ken.
I love his positioning there. He's just waiting in the wolf pit. He's like, if they come any further, they're all going to die. I'm just going to be able to ult all of them. That's exactly what he did.
Hearing the frustration here of the Shark. Pokes forward, but remember, this 50-second cooldown on his ult means we don't see him too much from Jisoo.
Grace in an awkward spot here, takes a ton of damage.
Solo kill.
Oh, he goes over the wall, but Jisoo still gets him. He's pushing around. He's going to try to Zhonya's. It's going to come down to this one. He's in his Zhonya's. He can't smite, and it's going to go the way of the Sharks. As, oh, man. JinAir with the great play, but then they throw it all away on Elder.
That was a huge mistake. They DPS down the Elder to 2,000, and then you see an ult stasis from the Jarvan. That's never the right play. They're going to lose.
Could be the Sharks game from here.
And you know what it's looking like? The battle to be the 10th placed LCK team. The start of it is Grace misplaying. Jisoo doesn't have ult. His burst range is minimal, and he just gives up his life. But then JinAir keep it leash. They know they can't fully disengage, but they don't really do anything. And the only person that goes all in on the back line is the person with the smite. That's not how you play League of Legends, JinAir, and they lose both buffs.
He takes a lot of damage here. That Elder is going to respawn.
Akali should be going down the bot lane. She can already beat Ken in the 1v1. And we're running out of TPs for JinAir.
Arrow from the cask, actually, and Grace all alone on the top side. Nearly just gets burst down. In goes Jisoo alone. Nice knock-up from Z's, but doesn't look like JinAir have the damage. But here's Linderong with a huge slicing maelstrom, but it doesn't matter as Jisoo gets so much more damage done. But couple of kills going to go back the way of JinAir as two super low health bars on Catch and Light, and JinAir now have even the score.
And you see the problem of not sending Jisoo to follow the minion wave bot lane. G2, for example, would do that all the time. With a sleight of hand, the fact that you have the winning 1v1 means that would have been a freebie. Instead, they go back onto this objective. Here's a contest around it. Root's going in 1v2.
Oh, he smited. That's smited
for health.
Light's coming on in, and oh, Root. Okay. Well, Ash came back, and it was like, okay, I guess I'm dead. Nice try. No cigar.
Grace.
Okay, there's the cigar I was looking for. It's no Graves, but Grace is going to pick up the other 80 carry, so good on him.
had the obvious play. You send Akali bot lane, she can beat Ken in the 1v1. Also, she has an interrupt on the teleport with the first part of the ultimate in that change to Akali in her latest rework. Instead, they make it about a 5v5. Yes, they could win them, but they'll definitely win if Akali goes bot lane. This ends up being pretty honest because Linderong has 600 AP and stasis. So with all the space controlling, Root can auto-attack within the cannon. After the fact, they lose out on this Baron setup. Remember, Baron is still there.
It's 4-on-4. They're actually going to just turn as, okay, finally the Baron will go down, and that's a hell of a lot of damage. In goes Akali, picks up a sweet double kill, and ES Sharks now with 4 minutes of Elder is really on by the Sharks.
It's really hard to lose this game for ES Sharks. There's the arrow.
Catches the forest, but okay, really nice cast is going to kill Jarvan, and it looks like ES Sharks should be able to do it. Flashing on in, but okay, down they go. And the push will continue with that Elder. Linderong just disappears. Root trying his best, but it's not going to be enough. And guys, we are going to be going to a game number 4 as the Sharks are able to pick this one up.
JinAir don't get sold to 50+ minutes anymore. Double Elder, and the buff Baron was the answer to 94 minutes to drain. So in a half 94-minute game, in this particular game, it goes the way of ES Sharks. JinAir, they kind of...
Look at that AP Gragas damage. Did more than Akali somehow, as obviously the biggest bar, I'll call it, does go to the side of Kuzan. Take a look at that moment where JinAir looks like, oh, maybe we're going to win this game.
Nope.
Nope.
Crashing down to earth.